For the first time ever, Ukraine has claimed to have destroyed 2 Russian BE-12 Chaika amphibious aircraft. The visuals shared by the Ukrainian Defense Intelligence are dramatic. They claim this is the first ever strike on the amphibious BE-12s, equipped with advanced submarine detection and combat equipment. This, even as Russia continues a bloody barrage of missiles, drones, and artillery fire.
You can see how Ukraine, who does not have, for example, missiles that can hit enemy planes at the point where they actually making a shooting on our territory, but we use drones to destroy them.
It has been over 1,300 days of the war in Europe, and things don't seem to be cooling down at all. In fact, the Russian and NATO forces are locked in a standoff along Russia's western flank. However, a new war machine is rising from these horrors.
Був один з найбільш важливих для росіян напрямків їхнього наступу, і повноцінний наступ вони не змогли там розгорнути. Наші військові знищують їхні сили.
President Zelensky has made his plans clear. Once the Ukrainian military's needs are met, they will be looking to export weapons, but with conditions. The question is, what does Ukraine actually have that the world might look to buy? Necessity is the mother of all innovations, and what bigger necessity than the defense of your own nation? As has happened in the past, for a war-tired, drained nation that refuses to surrender. Ukraine is innovating, building new low-cost weapons and finding ways to sidestep restrictions on long-range precision strike munitions.
Logistics are disrupted, and the radio-controlled complex is the only way to make deliveries to our positions. It saves the lives of fighters who would have had to do it either by car or on their feet with a fever. It replaces the fighters.
These robots are just the tip of the iceberg that Ukraine is planning to float. President Zelensky has vowed there won't be any gun charity, meaning Ukraine will only sell to nations that have stood by Ukraine.
There's no drones we know that can stand against the EV machines and fly that far right now in this moment. This is why.
We believe that our best, guarantee is not relying on somebody's will to protect us, but rather our ability to protect ourselves. The capacity of internal market to produce is per annum is from 30 to 40 billion US dollars, and that goes in a stark contrast with 2022, when the number was single digits.
What Kyiv is essentially doing now is focusing on a weapons buildup that ensures defense independence.
Партнери самі. Дефіцит у фінансуванні на виробництво зброї у нас буде покривати з цього року, в тому числі за рахунок керованого експорту деяких видів нашої зброї. Завдяки такому керованому експорту ми будемо збільшувати виробництво дронів для фронту, будемо мати фінанси, певні види зброї, і ця сучасна зброя ми можемо виробляти у значно більших обсягах, ніж можемо самі профінансувати. А певні види зброї вже у нас значно в більшому обсязі, ніж реально потрібно нам сьогодні в Україні. Протягом 2 тижнів буде представлений концепт. 3 нові експортні платформи. Перша платформа для експорту та взаємодії зі Сполученими Штатами Америки. Друга платформа – це наші європейські партнери. Третій напрямок – інші партнери в світі, які теж зацікавлені в українській зброї та від яких Україна отримала ту чи іншу підтримку. Це обов'язково.
These efforts include the so-called Flamingo missile. Ukraine seemingly now understands that a NATO membership is a far-off dream. And so, Kyiv is looking for investments from allies with the aim to triple its weapons production. The Ukrainian weapons industry already meets around 60% of its military's needs. This has risen around 10% since Russia's invasion began, but its defense budget remains less than half of the enemy. Moscow had the weapons, money, and brute strength to destroy Kyiv, but the resistance has held up against all odds, thwarting wave after wave of deadly attacks. The big question is, can Ukraine's strategy to enhance its homegrown war machine deter Russia?